Stop asking God to speak to you when you constantly block out his voice. Okay, hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about hearing God's voice and why you might not be hearing it. I was inspired to make this video because of my devotional from yesterday, which is titled Have a Keen Ear. And the verse that's linked to it is Isaiah 30:21, which reads, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" That's God's voice. God's always willing to speak to you and trying to speak to you in any way, shape, or form. The issue isn't him. The issue is that you're always surrounded by noise. This could mean never having time alone to hear God's voice, or always drowning his voice with music, or if you're like me, you just never stop talking. These are all things that you could consciously or subconsciously be doing that are drowning God's voice when he's trying to talk to you. And then you ask yourself, why can't I hear God's voice? Why does he feel so inactive and not present in my life? The truth is it's not hard to hear his voice. You just need to take the time to actually listen for it. And this is important because you could be praying and you can be asking God all these things. He has an answer for you, but you just won't take the time to listen. And this just isn't about having a loud life. It's also about not spending enough time with him. You could have a quiet life, but even if God's speaking to you, if you don't recognize it and know how he speaks, you won't know that it's him and you won't hear him. So in conclusion, what I'm trying to say here is, if you're struggling to hear God's voice, 1, read your word. This will help you recognize God's voice and know that it's him speaking to you when he does speak to you. 2, stop drowning his voice with more noise. One thing I forgot to mention is just your thoughts. Sometimes you will think things that are completely the opposite of what God's telling you, and that will cover what God's trying to tell you. And this reminds me of one instance where I was at a restaurant and I was so busy talking that I didn't realize that they were playing like my favorite music in the background. And it wasn't until I stopped talking and actually listened to what they were playing in the background that I realized, oh my gosh, I love this song. This is the same thing with God's voice. You can't expect to hear it if you don't stop and actually listen and try to hear it. So like my devotional says at the end, take time out today just to listen to what God has to say to you. Don't be afraid. God has your best interest at heart. God wants to talk to you and he does talk. You just need to take the time to hear it. Thank you guys for watching.
I believe I have a word from the Lord for someone out there today. So if you feel like this is for you, take it to the Lord in prayer for confirmation. But I felt like God was saying was, will you just trust me? And this is what I heard him say. My sweet child, will you please just trust me? Stop trying to move out of this season and stop trying to prove yourself. You don't have to prove that you have it all together or that you know what you're doing. I see you and I know you and I love you. Like my servant Joshua, what I've asked you to do is quite contrary to how you would do things in all of your experience. And I know you have detailed battle plans of how to go about this situation, while I'm asking you to simply walk and shout. He says, my ways are higher. And I want to read Isaiah 55, verse 8 through 9 to you. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And he says, know me and trust what I'm doing is for the best outcome possible for your life. I love you. I've crowned you with wisdom and favor. So do not worry about what people will think. Be concerned with obeying me. I love you, my child. I hope this encouraged your heart today. Be obedient to what the Lord is telling you to do. You may not know it in your brain or it may not make sense in your brain, but move forward in faith. He loves you so much. God bless you. I hope this encouraged you today.